Today I'm going to do a comparison of 3 brush sets that I own. I actually own a lot more makeup brushes than I'm showing today, but these are the ones that have brushes that I reach for the most, and also just to compare to one of the pricier sets that I have. So the 3 sets that I'm going to go over are the Core Collection. So it's not quite the same set, but Nordstrom comes out with a special edition set every summer around this time. I got this a couple years ago, but it's pretty similar. Sometimes some of the brushes are dupes, I mean not dupes, but they're repeats of the sets that they released previously. Ultimate face set that I got from Walmart. This is what the one that I got came with. It came, they're stuck together. Okay. So it came with a dual fiber brush, and these are all kind of travel size mini handled brushes, and you can see that the brush does have 2 different lengths of fibers on them. When I first got this, I used this a lot for stippling. The 187 SE. If somebody knows what SE means, please feel free to leave it in the comment box because I don't know. 194 SE. I've actually never used this brush before. And a foundation brush, the 190E. And then this one I reached for all the time. It's a blush brush, and it's the 168E. It came in this sort of flimsy brush holder. I mean, it will protect your brushes, but this tying thing is really just a cheap ribbon. So I wasn't that impressed with the case that it came with. When I ordered this, I was at the Nordstrom Mac counter and I was buying my Studio Fix powder, and they just showed me a picture of this, and I was like, wow, that's such a great deal, because MAC brushes usually cost more. I think it cost $45 for this set, which is kind of pricey, especially now that I don't really reach for these brushes as often. In the long run, not to be that great of a deal. I do love MAC brushes though. I do own like the 217, an eyeliner brush, a couple face brushes. So I'm not bad mouthing MAC brushes. I'm just comparing this travel or mini set that I got to these other ones. The next little set that I'm going to talk about is the Real Techniques. And one of my favorite brushes that I use all the time is actually in here. It's this buffing brush. And this comes with a little baggie too, which I also have not used. I'm sure you can see other videos where they show you how you can stand it or how you can put them in, but I'm just going to quickly talk about these brushes. Right off the bat, there's a really awesome buffing brush here, you know, to buff in your foundation. And then they give you this little pointed foundation brush. It's kind of small. I don't really know what you could use it for except for maybe under eye concealer. The contour brush. I think this is a really cute dome shaped. It's quite small if you compare it to the buffing brush, or if you compare it to this stippling brush right here. And I think this is probably good for some contouring or highlighting, like there. And lastly, it comes with this little detailer brush. It does say use with lipstick for long-lasting shape and definition, or precision cut to effortlessly conceal problem areas. I've actually used this to dip into the e.l.f. eye seal and lock makeup setting drops that I got from my e.l.f. haul. And I actually dip it into there and I use it to set my eyeliner and my eyeshadow. So it works well for like little things, little work like that. And lastly, I'm going to talk about this Ultimate Face Set High Definition. And this is made by Paris Presents. I believe Paris Presents is also the same, yeah, the same maker of the Real Techniques brushes. And this set of 4 came with these brushes. Here is the Contour Cheek brush. I reach for this all the time, and I would say that this brush easily is a much better constructed and higher quality brush than this MAC brush right here. You can see the size here. It's very dense. It picks up product really well, and it really blends blush very well. Oh, I'm sweating. It's so hot in this room. It's really hot in San Diego this week. We have a like stop using so much energy weekend, so you're not really supposed to turn your air conditioning on. So I'm in this room sweating, but I'll be sweating even more in about an hour because I have boot camp to go to, and I will be working my butt off. Just some exercise to start the weekend out. Anyway, back to the subject of brushes. The foundation brush, and let me compare it to the ones in the other sets. Here's the MAC. I would say that these two really feel similar. They're also quite similar in size. These Walmart brushes are just constructed so well. The quality of them is actually kind of impressive. And the next brush that was in here was mini powder brush. This is tiny. I don't know if I would call this a powder brush at all. Maybe I would consider this a highlight brush. I will actually put it next. This one is just a little bit flatter, whereas the Real Techniques is kind of round all the way around. And the last brush that's in that Walmart set is concealer brush. So I guess the equivalent in each set would probably be, see this sad little MAC brush. I guess the equivalent would be this little detailer brush. I believe is the equivalent, maybe not quite so, because maybe whoever designed the set didn't have this in mind, but it's just like the fourth brush that's in each set. The MAC brush, never reach for, don't really use. Not really sure what I could use this long brush for. Maybe I can try using it for the same purpose that I use this Samantha Chapman brush. And this one just looks like your standard concealer brush. So, you know, it's got a flat side. Maybe you can pat things on. I mean, it's actually closer to this Real Techniques brush right here. Okay, so here's the MAC set. Let me try and hold. I dropped that. With its case for, it was about $45 for these 4 brushes in the bag. This was $18 from Ulta. Walmart set. Well, I don't think it's Walmart brand. I just keep saying Walmart because that's where I bought it. It's the High Definition Ultimate Face Set. Again, the same makers as the Real Techniques brush set. So there you have it. My favorite sets are actually between the Real Techniques and the one I bought from Walmart. Another note is that these are the same makers as Eco Tools. I've never tried, or Eco Tools. I've never tried that brand before, but I heard that their quality is also decent. The MAC brushes are not, they don't seem to be as high quality as the regular MAC brushes that you buy. I just have a couple here right now. Like the 217 is a really high quality eye brush, and the 150 is a really high quality face brush. I don't think that this special edition travel set, whatever it is, I don't think that matches the quality of what I'm used to for MAC brushes. If you're looking for a good brush set for your face, I would go with the Real Techniques core collection, or possibly the High Definition 4-piece set that I showed you. I absolutely love the blush brush. It's my favorite blush brush right now. And as far as the core collection goes, I really love this buffing brush. So these two I go for almost every day. So it's really a toss-up between the two, but also keep in mind that these two sets combined is less than that MAC set that I got for what, $12 and $18. And you can really just start with one at first and see as you build your collection, you can slowly add on to those. So I hope that was helpful for you in deciding maybe what face brushes you'd like to start with. And I hope that was useful, and thanks for watching. Bye. bye.